Please stay. Please stay. Okay. Hi, fellow book nerds. Today I'm going to get a little bit more personal with my video, and I'm going to introduce you to my all-time favorite author. He was introduced to me actually pretty recently, like within the last year or so, by a good friend of mine, and as immediately when I started reading his work, I fell in love with him. His name is Haruki Murakami. He's a Japanese author who is famous for his use of surrealism as well as historic mythology in some of his most popular books. The one I want to recommend to you first is called Kafka on the Shore. It's one of his more accessible books, especially when it comes to the psychological and mythological aspects, and of course a big twist at the ending. He really delves deep into the psyche of two different men, one of which is a young boy who ran away from home. The other is of an older man who experienced a tragic loss of most of his intelligence during what was supposedly a weapons testing during the World War times. And these two men end up being connected in a way that I think nobody could have seen coming. Murakami's writing is sometimes a little bit tough to get into. He is extremely descriptive, and there's not a whole lot of dialogue if that's your preference in reading. There is a lot more introspection, a lot more overthinking. You really get into the minds of these people, and no matter how different the characters or their descriptions may seem from your personal life, I assure you there will be something relatable, either with the side characters or just with an aspect of the main characters as well. I have 3 of his books actually. I've finished this and the second book on the Murakami starter reading list. That's called Norwegian Wood. And this, the main characters are college-age students in Japan that attend different universities. As I'm only about halfway through, and again, there's that big psychological aspect. I haven't seen the big twist or anything, but I'm sure it's coming soon. But this book more so explores, the life of a kid when they're thrown out into the real world. Often by themselves, the loneliness that comes with that, and the way that a lot of us tend to cope with that loneliness, whether or not it's healthy. You see a lot of different, very accessible and very varied characters within this story. And sometimes I leave this part out when I try to recommend books to people, because it's often a turn off for deep readers. I know it is for me, but there is of course an aspect of romance in this story, but it's not like the typical college romance novel. It really shows the more tragic side of falling in love with somebody, whether it's as romantically or as a friend or just as another human being. You see all of the phases of horrible soul-crushing pain that you go through that, and hopefully soon there's some redemption. The final book, and I feel weird recommending it because I haven't read it yet, but what I've read by Murakami so far, I have no doubts that I'm going to love it, is The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. This is one of his most famous works. I think it might be the best sold of his work. A stunning work of art that bears no comparison. The New York Observer. Gosh, if you ever just Google, Murakami reviews, and you'll just get flooded with insane compliments and probably much better descriptions than I'm giving you. I'm just so overwhelmed by my love of this man's writing, and I am really looking forward to reading The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. So the reason that I gave you those in order is the order that they were recommended to me That is the order that they were recommended to me based on just accessibility in the writing. Getting to know the author and his style is really important when a lot of the writing gets so complex and really just, kind of difficult to read sometimes. So that is my big reading list recommendation. If you don't fall in love with the writing immediately, I highly just recommend at least finish Kafka on the Shore. It is... I hate saying things are life-changing because everything you do is life-changing, but it's definitely perspective-changing, and the only real downside to that is now I expect so much more from every book that I pick up, and I know for the most part it's not going to be there. But then I just get into this mood that I have to read Murakami, because then once you come to that realization that nobody writes quite like he does. So there you have it. There's my recommendation. Ivy has been super swamped with work and with life and everything, and that's why I'm doing this fill-in video. I just got back from counseling at a camp, and I'm starting school soon. I got a new job and blah blah blah, so we'll be switching on and off, but no matter what, you guys will keep getting videos from us. We will keep nerding out together, and I can't wait for all of it to go down. So have a good... What is it? Okay, I totally ruined that sign off. I'm still not really good at that whole smooth transitioning thing. But anyway, we're super excited to have those of you that are watching. Please continue. Come here. Come here, baby. This video was guest starring Christy. If you, for some reason, spent the whole video watching me talk, I really encourage you to go back and watch it again, because from the corner of my eye, I saw her kind of derping around because she thought nobody was watching. She wanted someone to pay attention, so give her that satisfaction. And then you doggy. You're a good little doggy. Come here. Come here. Oh, God. Say hi to the internet. Hi, and oh, wow. Don't scare the internet. Don't scare the internet. I'm sorry, guys. I'll let you go. Stay tuned for more.